Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live stream. We're going to be doing this up until about 7 p.m. We are going to play Resident Evil 2. We're going to talk some wrestling, preview some of the matches that are coming up at AEW All Out. Definitely, the reason why we're going to 7 is because the buy-in is at 7, so we want to do that, and they're doing their own pre-game show for the whole thing. But right now, we focus on playing some games and talk about some wrestling, and I'm having a good time. Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope everyone's looking forward to AEW. I am. I love just watching pay-per-views. The one thing I can tell you right now is that if it wasn't two things, if it wasn't for wrestling and video games, I'll probably, and I'll let's just face it, wrestling, video games, sports, I probably wouldn't be sitting on this couch talking to you. The neighborhood I grew up was pretty bad, and if I didn't have all those things in my life, I'd probably be like, because I still consider them friends, but some of my friends that who I grew up with in that neighborhood are not as fortunate enough as me to be sitting on a couch talking to you folks. They're either in jail or under the ground. But let's not hit that too. I know that was a little deep cut there. I'm sorry about that, but but if it wasn't for video games, sports, wrestling, music, entertainment, movies, these are things that are what kept me off the street, in the house where I could not get involved with certain activities. And I have a somewhat good family. Somewhat. Well, that's a video for another time. And of course, you might hear a little bit of feedback here because we gotta get the chat up here. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know if it's my internet. I'm sure that everything is working. Give it a second. I hope that the camera didn't freeze. Let me see. No, the camera didn't freeze. I've been having that problem. Okay, alright, there we go. I'm moving. Alright, so as always, I am going to make sure that this the one thing I will say, we might cut out shortly. I do have food coming. I do want to eat my food before all out. But you know what? I can wait until all out too. Let me post all this to social media so we're all good. Once we do that, we'll start the stream. Technically, I'll be honest, I probably need some help. Just so I can get all this out of social media. I don't know why my internet is acting up. If I cut out, I'm sorry, because of the fact that I have a nice kitty, but it likes to destroy my internet cords. If it pulls on the internet cords, we're done. We're done for now. There we go. Tweet this out. Tweet. Come on. It's done. What's done is done. How are you still having... Funny thing. That went straight to Twitter. Okay. That might be another reason why we are having trouble here. I got so many tabs open. Alright, so that got posted to Facebook. Alright. Strap in. Because we're going to be playing. What the heck is my computer doing? Alright. We're good? We're good. So I ordered a... Well, we'll turn this down as well. But I ordered AEW. All Out. So everything's good to go. Alright, so here we go. First things first. We're gonna say hi to the people. help out. That should have. Okay, alright. Maybe too many tabs. Maybe this computer not having a good day. Hi everyone, says the thing. Alright, let's get this party started. And this time we're going to do is Claire. Since we're talking, once again we're just going to do assist. Good thing is tonight.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just tell us a story. Tell us a story.
Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Whoa. Okay, tell us.
So
how many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You got to see her eyes, her nose, her whole face. It looked like it was rotting.
Yeah.
She looked
alright,
like a
double
corpse.
check it, make sure everything's good.
Corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen
Alright, well, here we are, man. We're good.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm
We're good.
down. You gotta stay strong. Okay, don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink to
Straight soda. No liquor. I learned my lesson
Just getting good.
Thursday. I had a bit of the bubbly, if you would call it that.
Some sleep.
No, I had a beer, and by the end of the stream, as someone who had yet to drink, hadn't had a lot to drink. In a while. Actually, I'll be honest, I hadn't drank in a year and a half, and I think I said that on the stream a couple of times. So the beer hit me pretty hard. So
What do I do? What am I gonna do?
it's a zombie. Alright, this is Claire's original outfit.
Yeah, I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine.
But I'm looking forward to
I'll
AEW
be back as
tonight.
soon as I find Chris.
I'm looking forward to some wrestling tonight. I
I
hope
gotta go.
that we get some people in here and we talk a little bit. RE2, I want to finish Resident Evil 3 next Thursday. Next Thursday will be the finale of Resident Evil 3. Because that game is only going to take two streams. If I wasn't so inebriated and it wasn't too late, I probably would have finished it. And here's the sad thing. This is the run in Resident Evil 2. Okay? Resident Evil 3's run is completely different.
Hello?
They didn't have to
Can you
change
hear?
the run button. Or why not just make it the same?
Hello?
But yeah, once again, welcome. We're gonna be here until 7 p.m. So there's probably not going to be a lot here.
Are you okay? Wait here. I'll check it out. Hey! What the hell?
Good question. Do.
Excuse me, is everything okay?
But I'm looking forward to AEW tonight. I'll turn this down just a little bit more so it's not bleeding in. I know I kind of have that problem sometimes where.
Don't come any closer!
Bye. Thank you. Here we go. But
Don't shoot!
Get down!
yeah, hopefully we won't have that issue. Once again,
We gotta get out
look
here.
at me, I'm repeating myself. So 7 p.m. is our target.
Alright.
Yeah. I think so.
I started at 5:30
You thank me later.
because that gives me some time to get through. Like I said, this is the only time from 5:30 and 7 p.m. is when I have the time available to do this. Right now, so it's only going to be for about maybe an hour. And hold on, we'll probably have an hour and 30 minutes at the house. But I want all out. And here's my Saturday schedule. Usually, and the good thing is what we can do is we can make this
Hopefully they'll have
as long as there's not always a pay-per-view to watch.
Your cup?
This can be
Yeah.
a
You are?
a frequent
Here.
stream we can do
For Redfield.
every Saturday between 6 and 8 p.m.
Live around here?
No.
Right now, we're only doing up to 7 because of All Out.
Oh.
But
It's a good thing we
normally
found each other.
expect this stream. I'm gonna make this stream a 6 to 8, 6 to 8, and it will be we'll strictly just do this game. All right, we'll do this game until we beat it, and then we'll probably move on to another game. Because Thursdays will be our any game. Thursday right now, we're finishing up Resident Evil 3, and then the Thursday after that, we might do something cool. I don't know. I might even put a poll up for after we beat Resident Evil 3. I'll put a poll up and see what games do you guys want to see me play next. I have a bunch of games. I have a few games sitting over there next to the PlayStation that we can play. I'll have to delete some stuff. That's fine. I get some room, move stuff. It's fine. But Thursday is an any game stream. Tonight,
Attention all citizens.
right now,
Due to the
is our
citywide
Resident Evil
outbreak,
3 stream.
You are advised to take shelter at the
And,
Redwood City Police Station.
Good news, everyone. My food's here. So if I go away, I'm gonna go away for a second. All right, I'm gonna pause the game. Once the game gets here, I'm gonna pause the game and I'm gonna come back with my food. I'm gonna sit over there. We'll wait.
There's no survivors.
No, there's survivors.
We'll wait for the.
Big city. There has to be.
We'll wait. And so I'll be about like a few minutes. I know you're gonna have a few minutes of an empty room. But I got my food here. My food's here. all out. I am looking forward to it. I want to
More like
see
running.
Yeah, good call.
the one thing that is drawing me to All Out is the casino battle royale. I want to see who wins the casino battle royale.
What the?
And if I sound a little hoarse, that's because
There, get out.
straight up.
Get out now!
I just finished one of my friends, my MVDM or that kind of
Hold
thing.
on!
And if you can hear me, I probably sound. Well, I'm not even close to the mic. I wonder how my mic sounds because I'm not as close. I'm relaxed. I might have to refill my refreshment as good old JR. That's another thing I'm looking forward to see good old JR again playing a doing commentary for a pay-per-view. I haven't had that in a long. I haven't heard JR in a long time in a pay-per-view. That's because I just now started watching AEW, and I'm glad
Claire, you
to
okay?
glad that my friend
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
I
Joe
can't stay here! It's not safe!
and Jake
Oh shit.
really told me when it started. They're like, "Hey, you should check it out. You should check
I'll meet you at
AEW.
the station.
It's going to be a alternative to WWE. This is going to be great." And you know what? At that point, I didn't have my main script. I don't have time for it. And oh, great! Yay! Jeez, throw me right into the fray game. Look at that.
Can't stop. Gotta keep moving.
Yeah, well, thanks to the game, I'm gonna have
The end of the
to.
world. The police station. Almost there.
Alright, so my food is here. Oh, come on. Oh, great. Yeah, I'm not doing very well. This is the first time I've ever messed that up. Really.
Anybody here?
Alright, so I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna go get my food and I'm gonna refill my refreshment. And I'll be right back. You'll hear the door. Good stuff. So I'll be right back. Hey, hey! Dinner is back. Have you heard everything and everything, anything and everything? Good to get on you. Put my dinner right there. Alright. We are returning. Let's see. Okay. Here's that voice. Alright, so I'm back.
Come on, Cruz. Where are you? Oh shit. They're inside too.
David, Marvin, you there? I found a way out.
Alright.
It's in here. Send reinforcements. East all the way.
I don't know if anyone can show up.
I should help this guy.
I know we don't have a lot of time, but hey. Those who can, thank you for showing up. Those who watch this later on, thank you. And of course, we're gonna use our pistol here. Yeah, I pretty much. Here's the thing. They don't want you. See, watch this. You're not allowed to use the infinite knife on that. Now I know that there is a green herb around here somewhere. I will not want to waste a first aid spray. I think, is this door open? Yes, it is. Are you kidding me? You're really kidding me? I can't believe that. There. We used it since it wants us to use the first aid. Alright. Here we go. Oh man, that looks so good from over here, and it's gonna taste so good. I'll watch them, watch the event tonight. What am I doing? I know that that's locked.
Focus, Claire. Focus.
Da-da-da-da-da. You know what? We need to get rid of this key because it's in our inventory and it's taking up space. All right. There we go. You know. Good. All right. So, yeah. Once again,
Oh my god.
AEW tonight. All out.
Open up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
Well, give me a minute. Jeez. Don't.
I'm here!
Open the door! Hurry up! Hurry up!
Don't.
Open it!
Larry, give me your hand!
Help me!
You know what I'm learning? I think we played this player during the Let's Play I'm doing, so I should have played it Leon. Oh well. Don't you forget about me. Not a good scene there. Resident Evil.
I'm so sorry.
Definitely not a good scene. Okay, so we've got Papa. All right. Okay. Come on. Oh, look at that. You knocked over the lamp, dude. You get from knocking over the lamp. The lamp. That's... There are a lot more zombies in this game than there are. You know what I forgot? I forgot this. Yeah, we'll need that. Forget about me. I don't know why I'm singing that song. This old school song stuck in my head. I don't know why. Marvin. Save us, Marvin. Thank you, Marvin. You are a good friend.
You alright?
Man, that food smells good.
Marvin Bradley.
This is Marvin. Marvin's our friend, our confidant. He will keep us safe.
Obviously someone taught you well.
Yeah, I know how to take care of myself.
Come on.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna keep out. We keep out.
This?
There's a lot of theories.
So
but all I
let
know
me get
for
back
sure is
to
that this place is
scheduling.
crawling with zombies.
Yeah.
tonight we will have a
Keep
review
that on.
on the All Out. Once All Out is over,
I'm not gonna be around long.
we will
So find
have
Chris
a
and get out of here.
What are we
Chris'
gonna do
sister.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
I have no idea. We
Why?
have a lot.
Did you find
A
something?
lot of time tomorrow. We don't have a pay per view.
on vacation.
God, we don't have
You're
a
a
pay per view. Because guess whose pay per view would be if there was a pay per view?
Vacation?
WWE.
That's
I'm
That's
glad
great
that
news.
Well, I've got more for you.
a Night of
Looks like
Champions
there might
is
be a
going
way
to
out
be the
this
28th,
secret passageway.
so we don't have to
Good.
deal with that
Hey,
for at least the end
we
of the
should probably get
month.
you to the hospital.
Forget about me. I can take care of myself.
No,
We already
you're
know,
ridiculous. You're gonna need some help.
Listen, Claire.
and here's the thing:
Save yourself.
we can assume that it's going to
So you see
be
your brother again.
Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight
You probably need
Championship.
this.
All we
No,
want.
I'm not taking
Let's
that.
not
You're
assume
gonna-
that, because Keith Lee does have a stake in, and he does have a beef because
See them.
Randy Orton did not pin Keith Lee.
No
He
matter who
pinned
they were, you can't hesitate. Take them out if you can. Or you will.
Seth Rollins. So Keith Lee does have a stake and claim that he should be a contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Thank you. The Fiend has a stake, as a claim for the WWE Universal title because he never lost it. Braun Strowman was the one that was pinned. Alright. So, I don't know. So does Big E. Big E has somewhat of a claim that he deserves a shot too. And remember, it's the 28th, so oh, I just guessed that. So we'll see. Next week, they did, to their credit, they are keeping us wanting us to come back. But the way they did it, especially last night, that was
So Elliot was right.
poorly executed.
We're not out of here yet.
It was like they didn't really care about their pay-per-view. Like, seriously. They didn't care one bit about their pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. Here I am. Talking pay-per-view. And they didn't care one bit about their show, their main event, I might as well say. Look at me. I'm thinking pay-per-view because I want to watch it. I want to watch that all out. But they didn't care one bit about their main event. They wouldn't have a bunch of backstage promos like they did last night, in between the main event, if they actually care. It was like, this is who's... It's like they already knew who was going to win. Might as well just have a barrage of backstage promos. It didn't feel... Didn't feel right. Alright, so... But then again, hey, here is your chance to tell me what you guys think about last night. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit about some, last night and what we think what's going to happen to the main event tonight.
Who's there?
The main event, the pay-per-view. But I got them both back. I got them both mixed up. The pay-per-view tonight, which is going to be I'm looking forward to it. I want to see.
Shit!
I want to see what's up. What Johnny Moxley, who I will always will always know him as Dean Ambrose, does tonight. I want to see the Battle Royale, and I want to David Ford. Nice to meet you, David. I want to see how all the things go, and I once again want to hear good old JI's voice again. Alright, so we got about 45 minutes to All Out, and whoops. Alright, so I was just wondering, what do you all think? Like I said, it's locked. This is a live stream up until 7, so if you want to talk wrestling, if you want to talk some old school stuff, like here's a good question, and I know that if no one can make it to the stream, we'll put this. Here's a question you can make in the comment section. What was your first pay-per-view? It could be live or in person or on TV. What was your first pay-per-view? Mine was, and this is as far as I remember back, because I probably have a lot of pay-per-views I've seen over the years, especially since I've been watching since I was 4. Oh no, I'm not falling for that one. There's a duel back there. But I've been watching wrestling since I've been 4 years old, so the so the one that I can remember far back is the Survivor Series. I think 94 Survivor Series, 93 or 94 Survivor Series. Sorry, it took a little bit. I'm trying to talk and do the combination at the same time. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think that's 94 Survivor Series. This Survivor Series, I remember. So I know I've watched a lot of pay-per-views because I've seen the Hulkster and you know. So I've seen a lot of pay-per-views over my times, but the one I can clearly remember is that the 93, 90, I think it was 94 Survivor Series, where the Undertaker, the one I know it's a Survivor Series because the Undertaker gets screwed in the match. He had a coffin match against Yokozuna, and it took like 10 dudes to come out and put him in the coffin. And I remember watching that live and being extremely upset. I was legitimately upset because in my mind it wasn't that they, you know, in my mind it wasn't the, you know, oh, how could they do this to the Undertaker, or, you know, the Undertaker, supernatural Undertaker. My mind, why are you screwing the Undertaker over for the championship? You know, how is he? You know, I wanted Taker to have the championship. I wanted them to put him over. I think that's the way I view wrestling is probably the reason why I see wrestling in a different light sometimes. I know some people see it, you know, as you know, oh, here's, you know, the way I see wrestling, I feel is, I feel like I see it differently. I don't know if that's true, but the reason why I say that is I see I think this isn't, no. Alright. Yeah, those two are locked up. Okay. I don't know. I've always, but then again, I've always been a fan of wrestling. Always liked watching wrestling. But there's always a side to me where I look beyond the match, if that makes sense. If you can entertain me, surprise me. I want to be surprised. I don't want the same old, which has been happening. Oops, what were we going to save? I don't want to save. I want to read the book. It's the bottom. It's the mixed herb book. This is how you mix herbs. I just don't want to. I'd rather see a good match than a good entertaining match than something, well, let's say something like last week's Payback. Last week's Payback, where they had where they had Roman Reigns come in there, the big dog, sign the contract in the middle of the match. Ooh, that's surprising. No, it's not. It's like you knew the finish of that match before it was even aired. Before that, oh, this is a spoiler. It wasn't even a spoiler when he said that. To me, when Vince was like, Roman Reigns, the big dog is back. When Vince has that look in his eyes about a certain superstar, he's going to do everything in his power. I don't know why he does it, but he wants to do everything in his power to keep him on the roster, keep him happy, and try to make him over with the fans every single time. There's a reason why Hulk Hogan keeps returning to WWE after everything he's done. You think that he wouldn't let Hulkster back? Hulkster still comes back. Heck, he brought Hulkster back and his faction. So, and that is not, I like he says it's what's good for business. I'm going to be honest. That is not what's good for business. Okay? You had such good talented roster there. And here's the thing. It's such a talented roster. Any one of those guys. You watch that SmackDown. Okay? They put Jey Uso over last night. For whatever reason. Okay? Any one of those guys in that match. Sheamus. Matt Ridley. King Corbin. Any one of those guys could be the face of the franchise. Could, potentially do good work. But no, we have to have Jey Uso and Roman Reigns at Night of Champions. Okay, fine. But don't sit there and tell me that's what's good for business. That is what entertains Vince. That's not good for business. Alright? Because as much as you want to entertain him, that's not what's good for business. I'm so mad. I'm having a hard time with this puzzle. Nope. Alright, so There we go. There we go. Alright, I figured it out. Yay. Alright. Yay. Where'd they go, Carlos? Yeah, probably don't want to open that. Oh, great. Way to go, dude. You busted open. But yeah, that's not what's good for business. That's what entertains best. You want to say that, hey, you all want to see that, it's fine. If you want to see it, it's cool. I have no problem with the match. I have a problem that there are some very talented... Big E is the one that we should have a problem with this. Because the one who that this affected the most was Big E. Big E's the one who has to now, who had a legitimate excuse to be next in line to be. And here's the thing, this is another thing. They even knew that the fans wanted to see Big E win the match because they had a Twitter poll that said, hey, and that fatal 4-way match, who would you most likely want to see? Guess who it was? It was Big E. Everyone wanted to see Big E win. You know, and I didn't put this in my video, but I really think that was them telling us that we're wrong. We the fans are wrong. And that's not right. Because clearly, Vince doesn't want to see Big E as the Universal Champion or get a shot at it. And that might just sound me just being, you know, mad about it. But you know, eventually you're gonna have to figure out what you want to do with your company. You just can't constantly be doing and what he's doing. Because like I said, well, what he's doing helps nobody. Okay. I mean, and I know this turned into me ranting on about how I think that Big E got screwed last night. I do. I really do. Because as much as they want to say he went to a medical facility, Big E was not hurt one bit. Not one bit. He went through a. There's no way he get lacerations from that piece of crap Hyundai that with a jumpsuit on. He had a jumpsuit on, and the glass in that piece of crap Hyundai wouldn't have done anything to Big E. Don't insult my intelligence. You didn't want Big E in that main event. You didn't want to see him get a shot at the Universal title. They just wanted to, and what it is, and I'm pretty sure he was frustrated with how it went down, and they probably said it like this, and they know how they sold it to him. Look, and this is the facts. The facts are, this is probably how they sold it to him. Look. Uso and Reigns are related to The Rock. Rock's got a horrible thing happening to him right now with the COVID. Let's let his family, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, have a title match at Night of Champions. And then somewhere down the line, we're going to give you your shot. This is how they get him. We're going to give you your shot, but it's going to be somewhere down around. You might get it at Survivor Series or the next pay-per-view. Don't worry, Big E. You're going to get your shot. You're going to get your shot. Just not tonight. Tonight's not... This is not the time. I'll let you know when it's the time, but this is not the time. And then they're like, okay, alright. Because they take him as his word. And as his word, that's Vince. And here's the thing. Sometimes it's not even Vince. It's the producer, the guy that's supposed to be doing the talking to Vince for you, the writer, the director of the show. I recently watched an interview with Eric Rowan, or Eric Redbeard as he's calling himself now, where he pretty much said that Paul Heyman, who was on Raw, who was the main guy to talk to on Raw, he pretty much asked Paul, "Hey, what are we gonna do here? What are we doing with me? Am I still on the show?" Paul gave him, and Paul was being Paul Heyman. Paul was lied right through his teeth and told Roman, "Oh, you're fine." Told Eric, "You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna have something for you. Trust me." One thing right there you learn: don't ever trust Paul Heyman. Don't ever trust Paul Heyman. I don't even know why I don't even know why Roman Reigns. I guess it's the storyline. They want to keep Roman. Truly, I wouldn't trust Paul as far as I could throw the man. And that's not just coming from me. That's coming from a lot of people across the globe. I mean, as an entertainer, as a manager, as a great spokesman for his clients, Paul Heyman is good at what he does. From that point, that's good. But Paul has done some shady stuff in the past, and he will continue to do some shady stuff into the future. That's just the nature of the beast. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just Paul Heyman. Once again, Paul Heyman is a great man. He's good at that. But when they got him doing behind the scenes stuff, when he ran AEW, not AEW, when he ran ECW, oh, jeez, I'm sorry. When he ran ECW, look at that.
What was that?
Did you see that? That was Paul Heyman. Was that Paul Heyman? Hey, Paul, wait a minute. I was just talking about you. Come back. Can I get you for an interview, Paul? Paul Heyman. Here we go. So this tells you how to deal with those Paul Heymans. Anyway, when he was running ECW, he was doing some shady things. There are some people who still haven't got paid for doing events for Paul. Paul owes people money still. Chris Jericho, I do believe, is one of them. I think there's a pouch back here somewhere. There it is. Yep, I knew it. This, and let you read this. This is pretty bad. Here, I'll go back. It's called Some Guy Scribbling. Yeah. That's pretty bad. Alright, so... yeah.
Claire, it's Marvin.
What's up, Marv?
How fast can you get back here?
Why? What's up?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Hurry.
Okay. Marvin has something important to show us. Wonder what it is. Our weapon is loaded.
Not good.
Whoops. Well, no. So yeah, I mean, I may have went a little overboard with the poly, and you know what? I think I am a little frustrated because we all expect a little something better from WWE than what we get. Because if you're going to be the big leagues, like you think you are. Then you need to okay. Oh. Alright, and I think there we go. Alright, yeah. You make us think that, you know, what we're gonna get is what we're gonna get, you know. Alright, yay. We got the door open. We are almost Sitting time for AEW. All Out. So, once again,
There you are. Come here.
What is it?
Take a look.
Oh my god, he
I
made
may
it.
have went a little too overboard with my
Yeah,
little rant.
it's Leon. Kennedy, I think.
Maybe I did. Let me.
Rookie. Thought he looked familiar.
I mean,
We can make it to that
for those who are
courtyard.
watching this after the
floor,
fact,
east side.
let me know if I'm
Okay.
going a little too overboard.
Thanks, Morgan,
Because
I'm on it.
you know I'm letting it all out. Basically. Yeah. No pun intended. Maybe there is, but I'm letting it all out right now. I'm letting my feelings and everything that happened last night, I'm laying it all on the table. Because, in my opinion, when you are showing backstage promos during the time when you're supposed to be having a main event for the number one contender for the Universal title, that tells me A, you do not care about the match. B, you think that everybody knows that who's going to win the match, or you would have took more time with the match than you would the promos that you did. There was hardly any match to the main event. Here's the thing. The first competitor came out to the ring, and then they cut to like 2 or 3 backstage promos. That tells me that you don't care what I'm about to see. Why should I care if you don't care? There is a give and take. And I understand SmackDown is what you would consider a free show. But to me, I am watching something. When I'm watching something, when I'm playing something, look, I am trying to give and take here, okay? I play the game. I talk about the game a little bit. We talk wrestling. And wrestling is thing. There's a reason why it says, come hang out and talk wrestling with me as I play Resident Evil 2. I talk wrestling. Here we are. I am giving you something. I'm giving you me talking wrestling as it says, okay? And playing this video game. Last night, I expected a main event show. Straight up. I don't want no promos. I didn't need any cutbacks. A main event. A fatal 4-way for the number one contender spot for the Universal title. That's what I came to watch. It's the game what I wanted to see. But did I get it? No. I got a cheap invitation. Like they were going to pull the wool over my eyes and make me feel better. They didn't. And that's my frustration right there. And I think like I said, I'm not yelling at anyone. I'm just letting it all out because to me, just think. And I don't know what you have to do to get your face on in the virtual thing in the Thunderdome, but just think, if you were a paying customer, you went to that event live, you went to go see them, see that event, your butt is in the seat, and that happened. Because I know that you're probably going to sit there. You would have sat there for the half an hour watching Matt Riddle do whatever he could to entertain you. Because he was the only one out there. So he would have been out there entertaining you for I think it was like 5 to 10 minutes. So just think, you are sitting in a seat. Now I understand there is no seating right now. We have the social distancing thing. They had this big Thunderdome, and I'm pretty sure that no one was on the Thunderdome screens when they were going to do their little backstage promos. They think, oh, we can get away with this because this is this. No. To someone that has intelligence and knows what's going on, no. Bad. That was bad all along, all around. And that's pretty much, it in a nutshell. And that what I keep saying in every review. It doesn't matter how the night starts. It is how you finish the night. The finish to me is very important. And that was not a good finish. That was not cool. I understand you're going to have Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, cousin versus cousin, Clash of Champions. If you wanted that, make it. Make the match. Don't give me crap. Make the match, then tell me the story why I should be interested in Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Not that, oh, we're just going to throw this together and eventually he will become the #1 contender. No. Like I said, make it happen. Forget the Fatal 4-Way. Forget putting Big E through a crappy Honda, and make the match. If it's a Honda, a Hyundai, I don't care what it was. It was a piece of crap. Alright? Make the match. Then tell me you have the writers, you have the insight, you, Mr. McMahon, Vince, already know how to tell great stories. So you could have painted me a picture of why Jey Uso and Roman Reigns would be good for a main event at Clash of Champions. You could have done that. Not what you did last night. Alright? And I'm going to save right here because I got a lot of clears. Alright, so, wow. I don't know what's ours. So I am going to, I know we don't have a Leon, so I'm going to save over this Leon. Once again, if I'm allowed on the video, and if it sounds like I'm yelling at a certain one yelling at you, the fan, the viewer, I'm not. I'm just expressing my opinion. And if you agree with my opinion, that's great. If you don't, let me know. I understand. People loved SmackDown last night. There were people who generally enjoyed watching that. That's okay. And that's fine. Alright? The product of SmackDown, as a whole, was okay. That was an okay show. It's just how they finish didn't really work. To me, it felt like they didn't care. And I really want them to care, because if they care, they show a good product. And a good product, we have some entertainment. This is the one thing we have, as fans, as just anyone. Because a lot of stuff has been cut off. We can't go to sporting events anymore. They might let us go into sporting events eventually. There might be a short capacity. But for the majority of the part, we can't go see sports events. We can't go to our... there was a point where we could, but we can't go back to the bars again. The restaurants are kind of out of the thing too. I mean, sitting down at a restaurant, not ordering on your phone, sitting down at a restaurant and having a meal at a restaurant, kind of not gonna go well at this point. The only thing we have is the entertainment that gets put on our TV screens, on YouTube, on Twitch, on all the platforms. The only form of entertainment right now, real entertainment, to get our eyes on the screen, is the shows. All the shows. And we deserve a good product, because we're getting put through such a bad thing right now. And I know I'm bringing it down again, but just think about that. As someone who has, experience in entertainment, who has I will admit, I do have a degree in communication and broadcasting. When we're here to entertain you. And my opinion is, put the best product out on the screens over what you think is funny, what you think will entertain just you. And that's kind of how they've been running the shows, is what entertains one man and not what entertains the masses. And I still watch it because I want it to get better. I want it to succeed. I really do. Because it is not only because it's something I love, but something a part of my childhood. Something that is close and near to me. Near and dear to me. And I like watching AEW because one thing that AEW has over WWE, and this might be a selfish thing just for me, the one thing that AEW has going for me is good old JR. The voice of WWE now is the voice of AEW. I'm sold. You can show me anything. As long as good old JR is there, he's telling me the story. He's doing the same old good old JR I remember. I don't need anything else. That's all you guys needed to do. You could have had good old JR there. He was the Raw announcer, but him and Jerry the King Lawler could have sold me on anything. The announce team can't sell anything. They know the finishes. They've been pre-told what's going to happen. JR has said constantly when he was with them, he didn't want to know. Him and Jerry didn't want to know nothing. Don't tell me nothing. Don't give me the finish. I want it to be real. I want this to be a real reaction to the fans and myself. So, okay, so with that being said, thank you for joining me. Thanks for going on this rant with me. This is probably the biggest rant I've ever done on anything. So thank you for joining me. Tune in tonight after All Out. I will have a review of All Out tonight. And as always,